What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, my scent of the day got me thinking today. I have a few fragrances that aren't real popular in the community that I actually enjoy quite a bit. So I thought, hey, why not? So here, in no particular order, are 7 unpopular flankers that I actually enjoy quite a bit. Stay tuned. So first and foremost, this is one that gets absolutely no love, I find, in the community. Yeah, it's not the best performer, and it's not the most unique scent, but it's crisp, it's clean, you smell the original's DNA. I like it, flat out. It's from Dolce & Gabbana, the one Gray. Not a whole lot of fans of it out there. Oh, that's for sure. But if you like something a little bit more fresh, spicy, but still maintains that sexiness that Dolce & Gabbana, the one, is known for, the Eau de Toilette. Yeah, I said it. It maintains that sexiness of the DNA, the amber and the tobacco. It's still in here. Freshened up quite a bit. That's what this scent is. Why everybody hate it, I don't know. It's not groundbreaking. I get it. But it does smell really good. It does pull some compliments. It's not projecting like crazy, but it's just right. It's perfect for the office. It's perfect for a casual day. I'll be honest with you. Works well on a date too. So one that I thoroughly enjoy that's it is. This is an unpopular fragrance, but I think it's worth a look. Don't just knock it until you try it. And that's Dolce & Gabbana, the one Gray. Next is one that's been featured early on in my channel, and we're getting to that time of year where it's going to start getting featured more again. It's one that another flanker from this line tends to get all the love. The original gets no love, and neither does the Eau de Parfum. This is Mr. Burberry EDP, the Eau de Parfum. This doesn't seem to get any love in the community either. Indigo is the one that everybody talks about how good, and don't get me wrong, Indigo is a very good scent. But this one, oh, this is that classic gentleman. That's what I think when I smell this. It's crisp, it's kind of barbershop. It gets me there. I love this one. It's very well put together. This can be a good daily driver for a professional man. Great to go out to dinner with. It's classy. It really is. The bow tie is very fitting with Mr. Burberry Eau de Parfum. It's a very classy fragrance that does not get enough love in the community. Like I said, it's not that popular, but I absolutely enjoy the hell out of this one. I think it's great, and we're getting in that time of year where I'm going to start pulling out more. Yeah, performance isn't as strong as it should be for its concentration, but it's still a really good fragrance. That's Mr. Burberry Eau de Parfum. Next, from the Boss Bottled line, one that doesn't really get talked about. It's soapy. It's kind of like a smoky soap. That's how you can kind of put it. It's a little powdery. It's got birch, lavender, and violet. 3 notes that you wouldn't necessarily think to put together, but it just works in my opinion. It's Boss Bottled Night. I like this one. I wore it not long ago, actually. Yeah, there it is. If it makes any sense to you, a bar of soap with a smoky quality. Boss Bottled Night. The name is terrible. Don't know why they named it Night. The bottle looks really cool. The gradient design, how it goes from that black to this like purplish blue. It's not really doing it justice here. But the bottle's beautiful. The name's just wrong. It's not a nighttime fragrance. I mean, you can wear it at night if you want to. It's not going to hurt nothing, but it's more of a daily driver. It's soapy. It's very aromatic. Now, like I said, that's the 3 main things you're going to smell. The lavender is very soapy. The violet's pronounced, gives a little bit of a petroleum note, kind of a Dior Fahrenheit type of vibe. Doesn't smell like Dior Fahrenheit, but that's how the violet kind of comes off. Gives a little powderiness to it, very floral. And then the birch leaf in this gives it that smoky edge. It's one that nobody talks about. And you can get them cheap. You can get testers in the mid-20s, high 20s for 100 ml of these. Very underrated, still in production. They're not discontinued, but it must be more popular than I think it is, or from what I see, because it's still in production. It's been around for a while, but it's one that I really don't see anybody talk about. And I think it's very underappreciated that I really enjoy. And that's from Hugo Boss. It's Boss Bottled Night. Next, we're sticking with the Hugo Boss house. That's arguably my favorite house. Different line though. It's not the Boss Bottled line. This is from the scent line. I do have several from the line. I have the original Eau de Toilette. I have Private Accord. Do I have any other ones besides this one? Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I don't have Intense and I don't have Absolute. So anyways, but Boss the Scent Parfum Edition. People don't really talk about this one. The Orris is great. It gives that waxy powdery quality. The downside to it is it's only in the opening. It does not hang around for more than like 30 minutes. But then it goes into a deeper version of the original. It's very deep and bold as compared to the original. This is better than the Intense. This is better than the Eau de Toilette. It's a Parfum version of it. Even if the Orris wasn't in there at all, the Manenka and the leather are just so robust and deep in this fragrance. It's beautiful. It performs great. It's long lasting. It doesn't project super heavy, but it kind of radiates and gives you a little aura, a little, moderate to mild scent bubble going. And it's been discontinued from what I understand. And I got it in a trade. I traded 2 fresher fragrances for this. A guy I traded with bought it at the rack store when they were showing up at Marshall's. He bought it. I didn't see it. He put it up for trade. I traded with him. And I'm glad I did. I actually very thoroughly enjoy this fragrance. I did a full review on this. I'll put this right there if you want to check out the full review on Boss the Scent Parfum Edition. Like I said, doesn't get any love in the community. And I guess I can kind of get why, but not really, because I enjoy it. This is my favorite of the line. I actually like this more than Private Accord, believe it or not. And I love Private Accord. That should just tell you how much I like the Scent Parfum Edition. It's one that if you can find it at a decent price, give it a shot. If you like the Scent's DNA, this is the best one in my opinion. And it gets no love. So, Boss the Scent Parfum Edition. Next, the original is still my favorite, but this runs a close race. The whole line is good. I haven't tried the Absolute. I heard that one's kind of weird. But the Intense is great. The original's great. I heard Water Splash is pretty good too. We're talking about Prada L'Homme L'Eau. Blue back. This is a 5.1 ounce bottle. This adds powdery notes and ginger. Oh, it really brightens up that Prada L'Homme DNA. The performance isn't as good. This is a 5 to 6 hour fragrance with mild to moderate projection, but this is the summer version. Yes, you can wear the original L'Homme in the summer, but super high heat, it's going to get a little cloying early in the wearing before it starts to get close to the skin, because that sucker projects pretty well. The original L'Homme projects pretty well. It's heavier than it gets credit for. This is the lighter, brighter version. This is great for the high heat. I'm saving this specifically for the heat, because right now I can still wear those two, but come summertime, this is the Prada L'Homme for me. And this is one that not many people really talk about. You hear about it here and there, but it doesn't get the kind of love it truly deserves. I smell a discontinuation coming. I'm not confirming anything, not saying I've heard anything, but for the lack of love I see it getting, if they're going to get rid of one, I have a feeling it's going to be this one and Absolute or Absolute. It all depends on the sales with this versus Water Splash, because from what I hear, Water Splash is relatively similar. But I'll tell you what, it would be a shame if so, because this is a great take on the DNA. This is a wonderful scent that I don't really hear anybody talk about much. I will do a full review on this one when it's season appropriate. Right now, technically it kind of is season appropriate, but I'm still wearing the original. But one that's underrated and not that popular that I absolutely love is Prada L'Homme Low. Next, you know we can't have a video talking about unpopular flankers without having something from Yves Saint Laurent. And this one's unfairly unpopular because it's too generic. Bubblegum and vanilla. I love how it smells. La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Électrique. This is some good stuff right here. I don't care what anybody says. I love how it smells. So good. And the thing about it, I've seen people complain about the performance. Get every bit of 7 to 8 hours out of this. Pretty good projection for the first 2 hours. God, it's on my face now. I smell it coming off my nose. I love how this smells. This is one of the few fragrances where I find the geranium not to be off-putting, because I've learned that geranium doesn't really do too well with my skin, but it's done just right in this one with the vanilla. Love how this one smells. Nobody really talks about it aside from when it first came out. When it first came out, there was reviews and all that, and it was uninspired, and it's okay, and that's what everybody said. But tell you what, it's worth giving it a chance, because this is one of those that's going to get hit by the discontinuation bug if it hasn't been already, because L'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme flankers don't stick around long unless they sell like crazy, because they make so freaking many of them, as all of you know. But one that, like I said, it's not that popular, and I love it. It was very high on my fall list, and I wanted to mix it up. That's why it's not on my spring list. Probably going to be wearing this one in the next couple of days, because it's been a little while. And I'm talking about it, and I love it. And that's from Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Électrique. And then last but most certainly not least, the fragrance that sparked this video idea to begin with. Viktor and Rolf, Spicebomb Night Vision. Not too many people like this one. Bubblegum vibe, I can smell it on my chest. Because even though I didn't really need to reapply, because it was late in my work day, I reapplied anyway because I just wanted to smell it nice and fresh. It's very bubblegum. It starts to dry down, you start to get some of the peppers, but it's very bubblegum. It's kind of like a spicy Invictus, but more playful than Zaharoff Wanted is, actually, because that's kind of a spicy Invictus, really and truly. But this was kind of their take on the blue fragrance, I guess, for the Spicebomb line. And yeah, I get it's not what people were expecting. It's youthful. It's fun. It's playful. It's going to smell good to girls. It's decent. It'll get you some compliments. It performs okay. It's not bad. It's not moderate. It's not phenomenal. It's okay. It's right above average. It's not that bad of a fragrance, guys. I'm sure it's not going to be around for much longer because it's not that popular. But it was a relatively new release. It was released last year. And it's one that people seem to just not like. Some people do. I see some people say it here and there. But hey, this is what sparked this video idea. This is an unpopular flanker that I absolutely love. Spicebomb Night Vision. So there you have it. 7 out of my collection. I could have did more. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I could have did 10. I could have did 15. Hell, I probably could have did 20. But I wanted to keep it to a decent number just to really cover the main ones that I feel really don't get any love. This is the 7 I come up with that get the least amount of love, the most unpopular of the flankers. And until next time, guys, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. Do any of you guys feel the same way as me and you really enjoy these and feel they don't get a fair shake? Or are you right with the majority and you don't like these fragrances? They're unpopular for a reason. You're right there with the reason they're not popular. All's fair in love and war. Let me know. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you like them? Are they meh? Until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on some of these, you give them a spray now, who knows? There's a chance you might thank me later. Have a good one, guys.